another coding ASMR video. Today I'm going to try and solve this coding problem. It's called Pascal's Triangle, and while I code, I am going to make typing noises and make noises with objects. So for the most of the part, it's going to be only typing noises and some objects, so it's object tapping. So I'm going to start solving right now. So given an integer number of rows, I have to return the first number of rows of the Pascal's triangle, and then in Pascal's triangle, each number is the sum of the two numbers directly above it as shown. Okay, I'm going to start coding. Alright, typing noises start, and I'm going to start. Okay. Okay, so when I'm trying to approach this problem is I am going to tackle the cases where the user inputs one row. Okay, if the user inputs one row, okay, I'll return an array of only the first row, and then the first two rows basically just returns this and this. So like the first row is just 1, and the second row is like 1 and 1, okay, like that, like the first row and then the second row below. So it's kind of gonna start forming a triangle. Okay, now if it's the third row, I'm going to have to do this a separate way, a new way. Okay, so it's like this. It's like this triangle. Like this is the first row, the second row, and then the third row, and then kind of like the fourth row. So like the third row is like you get this, you make a new one, and then this number is basically the sum of the two numbers above, and then you add another one, and then like that. That's how I have to do it. So I'm gonna try and focus. So typing noises continue. Okay. I am trying to retrieve the last row over here, like of this one. This is the triangle itself, where this represents the top. All of the rows where this is the most bottom row. And in this, what is this loop doing is basically building the rows downward in a triangle up to the input number of rows. Okay. This is just me trying to explain what I'm trying to do. This is not really a tutorial, but it's just me to try to get back on track, for me to try and follow myself. Hopefully this will give you some more tingles, because this video is primarily meant for the tingles. Alright. Okay, so what I kind of did was trying to get the last row from the bit of this one, of the pyramid, whatever. So basically you take this, which is the iterator, like this is like the row number I'm trying to build, and basically I'm just taking it and trying to map out to this index, which is, this index is 1, but I'm gonna use this by subtracting this, like the row number or something. Basically it's just I just have to take this I, which is the row number, and subtract 2 total, like that, -1, -1. Basically you take this to get the length of that array, and then this subtract 1 again to get the last, because index are like starting from 0. So now I'm gonna focus here and do some mostly typing until I finish this entire loop. It's basically trying to calculate all the new values in the pyramid. Okay, so I tried my best to make an algorithm. So basically, this basically makes the row of the next row of the Pascal's triangle. Okay, so I'm gonna start from the edge. First, I add 1, I think. Wait, yeah. I think I add 1 here. Like the first one is like 1. The first and last element of every row is always 1, so maybe just put 1 here, like that. And then in the last, push 1. Okay. And then for any other rows, other numbers between those edges, I'm going to add the 2 numbers directly above. So basically, in short, this basically does this. Take 1 and 1 and make it 2 right below it. So this 2 is from these 2 1s, okay, like that. And then after that, once all of the numbers in between are done, I'm gonna make one final push, add 1 to finish the row, and then once it's all done, I'm gonna add this entire row to this all rows thing. Basically, this is the triangle. Okay. Some more tingles. So, I think I've got most of the code done. And I'm gonna try and test it out. So I'm gonna use some kind of online compiler to try and test it out. So let's see how this goes. Okay. Some break of the tingle. Actually make a break. I'm actually gonna make you some more tingles with this thing here. That's like a 5-second break. And here I'm gonna now test it, so I forgot to return all of this, so return all rows. And let's see how this works out. This is my kind of solution. This is the online compiler I'm gonna run it against. Whoops. I'm gonna run my code actually, so the table. Generate 5. Let's do 5 rows. Whoops, no. Okay, so I got this table, and I happen to retrieve this, and then this, and then the third row is like 1, 2, and 1. The 2 is like the sum, and then like this happens for the third row. Like these 3s are actually, I saw these that are calculated from the first 2, and then this one from these values. And I think I should be good. So let's see how I run this code on it. So I try to run it against the LeetCode thing, where I run it in the LeetCode editor, and I somehow managed to pass all test cases. So I was really lucky to do this. Okay. And yeah, and so according to this, it kind of is fast, and it beats like really like more than half of the code that's been sent, and I'm kind of happy with that. Although I could do much better. I could have done much better in the memory section, so because that's where I put a lot of variables to store all the information. So I guess I have managed to finish it off with success, and hopefully you have managed to get your tingles. So if you have liked this video, please give this video down below a thumbs up. It'll be greatly appreciated. I make ASMR-fied videos. I do videos such as coding or telling random facts to telling some stories of my dreams, all the way to making some random series such as the backrooms or any kind of like creepypasta. I've been recently doing some backrooms videos about the backrooms. So you might find it interesting. You might find it interesting when you watch some of my content. But the whole idea is for your tingles. Okay, so this is the end of this video, and I'll see you next time.